Hello, this is Christina Nardulli with the Northern Westchester Putnam office of Keller Williams Realty Partners. I'm going to show you how to create an open house sign-in sheet using CognitoForms and a landing page on command. So as you know, with command, we do have that lead capture form, but it's very limited, so we can't customize it. I don't know if it's something that's being worked on or whatnot, but it's very limited as to the information that it captures. So for now, I think CognitoForms is a great way to to incorporate it into your landing page. So let's get started. So what you're first going to do is open a browser tab and go to CognitoForms, so COGNITO forms.com. And you want to sign up for a free account. I'm going to log in. Make sure you write your passwords down so you don't forget. Hold on, like I did. And log in. So what you're going to do, this is your dashboard when you first sign on. If you don't see this, just click on the CognitoForms logo and it'll bring you to this, this page. Let's click on New Form. And you'll see there's 3 different stages. We're at the build stage. So right here on the right is what it's going to look like. And on the left are the different areas that we can change. So we're going to title this. And we're just going to type in open house sign-in sheet or open house sign-in. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to click out and you'll see it changes here. You can write a little description under here. If you do, it will go right here, but for me, I'm not going to. Okay, so what you see underneath is just a plus sign. So that's to add a field. So we're going to add the field. And on the left side gives you the different types of fields that you can have. You can have text box, choice, lookup, address, phone number, and all that jazz. So you can even create page breaks if you wanted to. So first thing for an open house sign-in, we want their name. So I'm going to click on name. It will automatically give you a first and last name field. And we want that to be a required field. So we're going to scroll down and we'll see it says require this field right here. We're going to click on always. Once we click always, it will give us a little asterisk next to the word name. If you wanted to change this label here, you can just do it right here and type something else right in here. If it's fine like that, you can leave it as is. Next thing, we're going to click on a plus again. And the next thing we want to capture is their address. So let's click on address. I don't want this address 2-line, so you'll notice here on the left, it says address 1, address 2. So I'm just going to uncheck the address 2 so it's a little bit shorter. You can choose between U.S. and international, which doesn't apply to us, but and then here require this field. That's your choice if you want to require the field or not, whatever you want to do. So let's click on the plus sign again because we want to add the phone and email. So we're going to click on plus. We're going to click on phone. That one I'm not going to put as required because sometimes people have unlisted numbers. They don't want to give out their phone number. So I'm going to leave that as not required. But I am going to put the email as required. So here you have the fields here. I want to put the email right next to it. So I could put it just right here. But you do have the option, I just want to show you, that you can make it smaller, the field, by just clicking make smaller or make bigger. You can also put your mouse over on the edge here and just glide it. So you can do it that way. Let's say you forgot, you don't want to put phone here. All you would do is click on delete and then select what you want again. So I'm just going to put phone back. And then I'm going to click on the plus sign to the right of it, and I'm going to select email. So here's email. Pretty easy, right? Scroll down. We'll require this field. Click on always. Then there's a plus underneath. We're going to click on that. And I'm going to choose a choice because I want to give them a choice. I want to ask them, are you working with an agent? So I'm going to give them a choice. Yes or no. So are you currently working with, currently working with an agent. So my choice is, so you have the options here as a type. You have a drop down, which is here. So they would get a drop down. My ring is going off. Let me snooze it. Let's see if I could snooze it. There we go. Snooze. Sounds like fairy dust. Okay, so you have the drop down. You can do radio buttons, which is exactly this, just a circle. Or you can do check boxes. I'm kind of liking the check boxes, so I'm going to leave that choice. It's up to you if you want to leave it that way or not. If you look down here, it says choices. If you leave this checkbox in here, when they open it up, it will automatically have a checkbox in there. I'm going to take that off. So I'm going to give them two choices, yes or no. Now there is a third choice there, but we want to delete it. So we're going to click on the trash can next to third choice. Then I'm going to select the plus sign here. And actually, no, this one. So if I wanted, let's say I clicked off of this, which I didn't want to. I forgot to make it required because I want to know if they're working with an agent or not. All you do is just click right back on there and the options will come up again on the left. So I'm going to click on require this field always. There we go. Click on the plus to the right of it. And I want to say, if yes, if yes, who are you working with? And I might put name and company. And I'm not going to make that required because if they select no, then this field they don't have to fill out. So I'm going to leave it like that. The next thing underneath, I'm going to click the plus sign. And I'm going to ask them, do you have a pre-approval? And I'm going to do it as a choice. Do you have a pre-approval? And I'm going to do choices. Down here, I'm going to do the check boxes again because I like that. You do have a choice here, side by side or columns. So I'm going to leave it side by side. So I'm going to do yes and no. I'm going to uncheck this and I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to make it smaller because I think I'm going to put 3 things across. So do you have a pre-approval? Next question I'm going to ask them is, where did you find the open house? Yeah. Let's do, so text box, where, I spelled it right. Where did you find the open house? Because you want to know that for marketing purposes, right? I'm going to make that a required field, always require. And I'm going to make it bigger. No, I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to leave it like that. And I did require, but I didn't do this pre-approval one require. So I'm going to click require and click on always. And then to the right of that, I'm going to click on the plus sign again. And I'm going to ask if I can contact them. So choice, and I'm going to do may I contact you. Now you can, I'm going to do check boxes and I'm going to do yes and no again. You can ask whatever questions you want. You may want to ask more information than I'm doing right here. For this one, may I contact you? I suggest doing a required field because if they don't want you to contact them, that way you know. And then to end it all off, I might just do another one and just put a text box. Let's see if there's anything bigger. Nope, I'm going to do a text box. And I'm going to put comments. Maybe comments. Maybe they want to write something in the box. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this the whole row. Make bigger. Wonder if I could add, if I can make it longer, like wider. Okay, I'm going to leave that I have to play around with it more, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm not going to make it required. Just if they want to write something else in there, I'm going to leave that. Here, this is the message that they would get once they click on submit. So I'm going to change that up a bit. So in order to do that, I just click on here. And then right here, you'll see the information. So I'm going to put thank you for signing in. I'm going to put enjoy the tour of this beautiful home. Or enjoy the tour, because if it's not a home, then I don't want to have to change it. Enjoy the tour. And that's it. So we're going to leave it at that. So what we can do is we can preview it. So I'm going to click on preview so we can see what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like. So it looks pretty cool. Let's click on close. And the next thing you need to do is just click on save. So we're going to save it. Bottom right, you're going to click on save, and you'll get a check mark when it's been saved. Next tab we're going to do is click on publish. And there is this style editor here. I want to show you that for a minute. So if I click on style editor, it gives you the option. You can change the background color, but the test that I had done when you put it into the command landing page, it doesn't transfer over the color that you do in the back. So you can change that from here, which would be the form background. That would be the form background, but the placeholder text, you can change all of that. I think if you click on page, you'll get more. Here's page background, so you can change it to that. You can change it to the green, which, whoa. So that's how you would do that. This submit button, I don't like it that color, that rusty color, so button background. I might change it to gray or something like that, maybe a little bit darker. Submit. You can change the fonts and all that other jazz from over here. So play around with it if you'd like. The other thing I like to do, because it's kind of small here, so when it goes on my landing page, I don't want it to be really tiny. So you can see this max form width. If you don't see that, you probably didn't do the drop down. Oh yeah, it's at the bottom here. So I'm going to go like this, and I'll make it wider. Just going to leave it like that. I think that's the max it goes anyway. Right. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to do that. You can upload a background image and all that jazz. So I'm just going to click on save. So I save it. You'll get the check marks again. Now click on publish code. And this is what we're going to copy to your landing page. So right over here, you have seamless iframe and amp. We're going to bother with iframe. We're going to use iframe. So let's click on iframe. Leave it there for now. If you want to simply use the link, you can just copy this and it will be a shareable link. But we're going to put it on the landing page. So hold tight with this. So we're going to leave this tab open for the CognitoForms, and we're going to go into command. So if you're not already in command, open a new tab in your browser and go to command, agent.kw.com. At your main dashboard, we're going to go down to consumer, which is the last one. And then you're going to see your landing pages here, if you have any created. If you don't, you won't have anything here. We're going to go to the right corner, click on Create a New Site, and we're going to do it as a standalone page because we don't want it to appear on our agent site. So standalone page, click Create Page. I like to close out this little gray message. First thing you want to do, always when you do a landing page, name it. So top left, name your landing page so that if you do have a bunch of landing pages, you have it named properly so you can find it easily. So I might put open house sign in. Okay. Open house sign in. So I'm going to leave it at that. Now, first thing I want to drag over, I'm going to do a branded header. You can create it the way you like. I like to put it up here because I like to add the address of the property here. So we're going to put that. The next thing we're going to do is we want to do the sign-in sheet first. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on content blocks in the bottom right. So click on content blocks, and we're going to grab the text box and put it right underneath. So drop it. I'm going to highlight insert your text because we don't want that. I'm going to go back to the Cognito tab, and I'm going to copy this. So let's see if it copied everything, because I have that thing there. Wait, home. Oh, my Lanta. Let's go. Okay, copied. So I'm going to do Control C. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. I'm going to do copy. And then I'm going to go back to command, and I'm going to paste it right here. Paste. And they say to click 3 times. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Here's your open house form. Doesn't it look cool? It looks so cool. Okay. Next thing underneath here, I want to put the actual property that I'm doing the open house for. So I'm going to go to widgets, and I'm going to grab a listing, and I'm going to drop it down. So I dropped the listing, and I might want to put just the legal footer just to have it there. Okay? Just so we have that on there. So now you're probably saying, oh, that's not the listing that I want. Well, we have to select the listing when we configure widgets. So which is the next thing we're going to do. So bottom right, we're going to click on configure widgets. So if you're at this screen where it says 1, 2, and 3, we're going to click on the first one for branded header. And it'll say enter header text. I like to put the address of the property. So I just listed this rental. So I'm just going to make believe I'm putting this on. And I'm going to do an open house for it, which I'm not, but okay. Be mindful, there are only 30 characters here, so what do you call it? So it won't let you put more than 30 characters. When you're done with that, click Save and Apply, and boom, you'll notice the address will pop up here. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. There we go. So it has the address here. Then they say the open house sign. And next thing we're going to do, so I clicked on Save and Apply. We're going to go to the top right, and we're going to click on this arrow that says 1 of 3. We're going to go to 2 of 3. We don't have to do anything with the open house sign because it's not a widget, but it does have us browse the listing. So we're going to go to the KWLS, and we're going to search for the property that we want. So now this works for, even if you're hosting an open house for another agent, you will be able to find the listing that you're doing the open house for, and you can put it on there. You're probably saying, why do I need the listing there? It just looks nice. So if someone happens to go there and they kind of scroll, they'll see the listing. It just looks nicer. So you can put it if you want. You don't have to, but I think it looks nice. So I'm going to search for the property. And I don't know why they have all those other ones, but let me see if I can find mine. Of course, it's not here. Let's see. Search. Okay, here it is. So we're going to do this one. I'm going to select it. It will pull all the properties here. I mean, all the property pictures it will do. I'm going to leave this one as the first image, so it'll change this picture to whatever one you select here. I'm going to click Save and Apply. And you'll see it's here. If for any reason you want to change this, you can just select another photo and use it. So maybe I want to use this one instead. You can click Save and Apply again, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. So that kind of looks cool. It will automatically pull in all the information about the property for you, so you're cool with that. Make sure you click Save and Apply if you didn't already do that. Click on the arrow again to go to 3 of 3. Here, make sure all your stuff is in there. If you have to make any changes, you can do that. You can click Save and Apply if you had made any changes. If not, we're just going to click on Publish Page. And then yes. Now, what I like to do is, here's my open house landing page that I just did. I want to change this URL. If you notice, my other ones have, what do you call it? They have names. So I'm going to go to the three arrows, the 3 circles to the right, click on Change URL, and I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to just put in open house, or maybe open house sign in. Oh, sign in. That looks cool. I'm going to put create. So, oh, sign in. So when I click on this, this is what you're going to have open at the open house to show your clients. Okay? So I'm going to fill this out, and I'm just going to put in Mickey Mouse 123 Test Avenue. I'll put my city. And then the drop down. I'm going to look for here 10598. Oops. 1. Phone number, I'm not going to put. Email address, I'm just going to put in mmouse@yahoo.com. Are you currently working with an agent? I'm going to put no. Do you have a pre-approval? Yes. Where'd you find an open house? Online. May I contact you? Yes. And then submit. I'm just showing you what it's going to do. So here's the message that we did. So thank you for signing in. Oh, enjoy the tour. So when you go, when you want to do it ready for the next client, all you just do is click on the open house thing again, and it'll be started all over again. Now I'm going to go to my email, and this is what you're going to get. Let me refresh. And here it is, Keller Williams open house sign in Mickey Mouse. So if I click on it, it'll show me that you have a new form submission, view entry in CognitoForms. So I'm just going to click on the CognitoForms here, and if you see at your home screen, you're going to click on the open house, right? And then the third button here says entries. You're going to click on that, and it will show you a spreadsheet. This is what I typed in. Isn't that cool? So it'll have all the answers here, and what you could do is you can export. So let's say you have 20 people that come to the open house. You can export all of them. Click on this check clicker box over here on the left. It will select all of them, and just click on actions and then export, and then do all fields, and it will export it to an Excel spreadsheet. And then what you can do is you can copy and paste the information into the command template form of the template spreadsheet, and then upload it into command, so that way you have it in there. If there's a lot of people, if there are only a few, you can hand type them in. But if I click on this, it will give me here's a little update of what they filled out. I can print it if I wanted to. I can create a PDF file, share it, and all that stuff. I can delete it, which I'm going to do right now because that's me. Okay, so that's how you do that. That's where you check your entries. I was going to say entree. Your entries. Now, let's say, all right, you did this open house form, and you are doing another open house at a different location. So you're probably like, okay, I'm just going to close out of this. What do I do? I want to change the listing, and I want to change the title up top because I have the other address there. So when you're in commands, make believe you're at the home screen. We're going to go down to consumer, and we're going to see our landing pages. Here they are. What we're going to do is go all the way to the right, 3 dots, click it, click on edit. Now we're back at configure widgets. So we're going to click on configure widgets at the bottom, and we're going to click on branded header, and then we can just change this thing to, I'm going to do 123 Test Avenue. I'm going to click on save and apply. Here it changed. I'm going to go down to the listing, and here it says change listing. So all I do is click on change listing. I'm just going to select this one. I don't even know what it is. I'm going to click on that, save and apply. Here's the new listing. Everything's there. And all I have to do is click publish page, yes. When I go to the open house, come to my landing pages, open the open house thing, and here I go. Here's the new address and the new listing. And there you go, my friends. That is how you intertwine the CognitoForms into a landing page for an open house. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a lot of success at your open house. Remember me for referrals in Northern Westchester and Putnam. Have a good night.